Hello world and welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you, my soul friend, are in the right place. I am so excited about this video because in this episode, we are speaking about spiritual and personal development. And the topic of this video is how to truly feel alive again. Let's get straight into the video. What do I mean by feel alive again? You know what I mean? That feeling when you wake up and you have a zest for life in your heart. Like you are excited for the day. You're excited to take a nap and get a full 8 hours of sleep, honey, because you're just so excited to live out this human experience. You're so excited for the things that you are looking forward to in your day, right? The day-to-day workouts, the day-to-day work, the day-to-day raising the family, the day-to-day being a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, day-to-day, all of these things that we do on a day-to-day basis, you're excited for it. But a lot of people don't feel alive with these things in life, and I have had my fair share of being on both ends of the stick, okay, when I was feeling totally alive, and then there was moments where I was like, I don't want to get out of this bed. Even worse, okay, I wanted to commit suicide. I had those thoughts going through my mind like, if I just disappeared, or this shit is so hard, or I don't even want to do this anymore. What's the point in all of this? Those are suicidal thoughts, and if you're having suicide thoughts, please contact the number below. Please hit the number below to just work that out, or you can email me at meccabookings@gmail.com if you need some words of encouragement or a coaching session or something like that. But before we get into the drip of this video, you need to make it official. Let's make sure we make it official that you are a subscriber here, that you are a family member here at the Mecca Mastery TV show. So let's make it official. Click the link, okay? Click the subscribe button so you never miss any updates on all this weekly soul food that we have available every single week. It is food for your soul. Okay, so like I said before, I had moments where I felt completely alive, and this is what I mean, right? Like I would be doing yoga by myself, or I would be in like a yoga class, and I would just be feeling like, oh my gosh, like I'm in my own world. Like I'm having all these emotions. It's my own party. I'll be walking the dog and smelling the bliss in the air and looking at the trees, and every little thing is just making me like, feeling so good, right? I would sit down on my computer and I would just start to create, and I was excited about the things that I was creating, excited about creating content, writing books, all of this stuff. I was just like so eager to live my life. And then I had moments where I was not. And this is what I've noticed. When you have too much stimulation, when you allow the voices of the world to come in and penetrate your space, your mind, your auric field, is when you start to lose that spark and that true zest for life. This is what happened to me, right? And I'm explaining to you how you can actually get over this. So I like to tell stories because we figure out things in story form. So that's why I like to tell stories. So I remember, going throughout my journey, when I first came into spirituality 7 to 10 years ago. And before I started, Mecca Mastery TV and all the things like that, I was doing a lot of work on myself. And to require a lot of work being done on myself required me to spend a lot of time alone. So I was always alone most of the time, other than being with my partner at that time, right? I was alone most of the time, going to the gym by myself or with my partner. I would go to work, and even though I was at work, I was working with people, but on my breaks I would do me. I would go read, I would go write, okay, I would walk around in the park, in the forest and stuff like that. I would be spending so much time alone. I would go to yoga classes by myself. I would be learning new things. So I spent a lot of time alone. So what happened was I poured a lot into myself, and then when I was pouring a lot into myself, of course I still do it to this day, I wanted to share a lot with people, right? And so, of course, that's what you want to do when you grow and you get these things that you find out. You want to share with everybody. There's other people that can benefit from this, right? So that's why I started Mecca Mastery TV. That's why I created my business. That's why I started Confidence Builds and Heals. Like, I knew that I was not the only one that can benefit from these things that I was learning, that could benefit from meditation, that could benefit from doing these rituals, that could benefit from movement and dancing. So I wanted to share it. But what happened was, when people started to look for an outlet, and they wanted to look for a way to feel better, okay, to be motivated, they will call me. And I didn't have anything in place at that time to protect my energy, to protect my space, to protect my work, to protect my time. I didn't have anything. I didn't have no boundaries, no soul boundaries. So what happened was I started to get stimulated with the voices of the world. So yes, I was helping people when people would call me. You know, I didn't have a limit on how many people I can coach throughout the week. You know that you want a coaching session, you can book. I didn't know my limit. But life quickly told me what my limit was. Life experiences and the things that you experience that you don't like will tell you about yourself. So that's why experience is the greatest teacher of all. So what happened to me was, you know, I was just giving, pouring, like it was never going to empty. And so as you're doing that and you're talking to people and people feeding back their processes and their perspective and their low vibration to you, what happens is you start to get overstimulated to the point that what's inside of you is everything external from the world and not what's calling from your soul. You can't hear your voice from your spirit anymore. So when you get up throughout the day, you are confused about life. You're confused about what you want. You have no spark for it, no zest for it. Babe, stop. I have a cat and she's hitting the tripod. Everybody say, hello, Faith. She don't like being picked up. Say, hello, Faith. This is who keeps hitting the tripod. She's interrupting the flow, okay? Okay, you can go now. Okay, so I was getting up every day and not having a zest for life because I couldn't feel myself. I couldn't hear my voice. Everybody else's voice was operating with inside of me. The stimulation of Instagram, the stimulation of other people's YouTube videos, the stimulation of all these books. So sometimes you got to refrain from talking to people so much. Sometimes you got to take breaks from your work. You got to go into solitude. You got to remember your why. You got to get to the space of sitting down with yourself and getting in a clear space and say, what do I need and I want right now? It needs to be an 80-20 rule. I've learned that about myself personally. 80% my energy, me, solitude, what I need, 20% everything else. You have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. If you don't manage it well, your world, your internal system work well, if you don't like yourself, if you're not showing up for yourself and taking care of yourself in the way that you need to, you're always going to be dependent on things externally, and you're never going to have that zest and that spark for life because the spark is not coming from outside of you. Maybe somebody can motivate you, but that only lasts for a short, temporary amount of time. It's not long lasting. The long lasting motivation is an internal thing. It's your internal world. So here's what I suggest if you are in that space. Go into solitude. Fast. A mind, body, and spirit fast. Fast your mind. Well, you keep taking in too much stimulation. What you keep taking in stuff on Instagram, the books you are reading. Sometimes you don't need to read another book. Sometimes you need to write a book. Sometimes you need to just be writing stuff out because it's too much that's in your head. Okay? Then body stimulation. Toxins. What have you been eating and feeding yourself? What you've been drinking? Is it alkaline water? You've been drinking fizzy drinks and soda, pop, sugar? What you've been drinking? What you've been eating? Is it oils? Are you filled with oils and bad fats and trans fats? Okay, too many carbohydrates, too much protein, bad protein. What have you been eating? You need to purge it out. Water. Your body is made up of 70% of water. Okay, purge out those toxins, alkaline water. Okay, put those nutrients back in your body and minerals, sea moss, vegetable juices. Maybe you take 2 vegetable juices a day for 7 days. Get back to you, okay? Purge. That's the mind and the body, spirit. Spiritually, what do you need? You need solitude. You need meditation. Maybe yoga. What is spirituality for you? How do you connect with that voice? How do you connect with the divine? Is it taking long walks? Okay, is it taking long spiritual baths? Okay, is it doing something and sipping tea and playing with your cat? Faith, like in the morning times, I would just have my tea and sit down with Faith for a few 5 to 10 minutes to slow down and just be, and it allowed me to connect to spirit. Things come to me in a deep space when I do things like that. It's just me and Faith. I ain't thinking about nothing else, no work, nothing matters. I'm not trying to become the greatest version of myself. I'm not trying to promote nothing to nobody. I'm not trying to answer questions or give people advice. I'm not trying to seek anything. I'm just being. and you need those moments to just be. So I hope you love this video and you share this with somebody that you care about. Because remember, we always say here at Mecca Mastery TV that sharing is caring. If you need one-on-one coaching, if you want to pick my brain, I actually have a service for that. You can jump on a call You can jump on a call with me for an hour for a small fee. The link is in the description box below, how you can book that call. Also, if you want one-on-one coaching, meaning you don't know where you want in your life, you need a plan, honey. You need to know what you need to do for this season. You have some desires, like you just confused and all over the place. You can be under a coaching package with me for 3 months. I will guide you and help you with that. And remember, like I stated at the beginning of this video, we have so much food for your soul. So I have virtual programs that's available, like meditation guides, beginners meditation guides, manifestation ritual guides, how to get your shit together guide, also 21-day healing plans, and so much more. So make sure you check out all of that on my website, meccafreeman.com. Everything is in the description box below. And lastly, be still, be easy, plant yourself in this planet. Take your time, ground yourself, allow. That zest will come back the more you feed yourself. This is you season. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You ain't been feeling that spark and that zest and alive. You need to stop being in tune with them and get in tune with you. This is you season. Spend the next 3 months being selfish. No, you can't go to the birthday party. No, you can't go to the event. You need to spend time with yourself and date yourself. Be very selective about who you are giving your time and attention to, what you are giving your time and attention to. Pour into you. Will it feel weird in the beginning? Absolutely, because you haven't been spending time there. But it will pass. The weirdness will pass, just like everything else you brought into your life that was not in there. It was weird when you first got that cat. It was weird when you first moved into that home. It was weird in that new job. It was weird into that business, but it will pass. Keep showing up. And with that being said, I'm sending my love, light, peace, tranquility, good ass vibes, energy, tranquility. I said that already. Your way. I'll see you in the next episode with peace and love. See you.